Hey kids, you can go close by and sit right in front of where they're going to be eating, so you can see good.
Black bears are also known for their huge sweet tooth. They tear apart
You gotta sit down.
and they break open
Sit down.
bark because it's that inside. So if any of you guys like surf, you should make bears because people learned how to get the starting ingredients by watching them go after it first. And these guys are highly intelligent, 5 times smarter than dogs. And it is their agility and intelligence on top of their size and strength that makes them so dangerous. For instance, baby is 450 pounds, born to be 500 pounds, yet they can get up to 35 miles an hour. They can outpace horses. And these guys are one of the best climbers in the animal kingdom. They can clear a tree faster than any of you can run on flat land. They're also able to go into water after their prey, including fishing, because their top coat is very oily, so it helps to counteract their massive weight so it doesn't drag them down. Now, thankfully, black bears are far less aggressive, as mentioned before, than their brown bear counterparts. And usually, if humans show up, that they're going after a trash can or they're wandering to a neighborhood, they simply leave. And people always ask, oh my goodness, you're a bear keeper. Yeah, you must be really good at fighting them, so they respect you. No, you don't really want to fight a bear, but bear attacks themselves are actually quite rare because bears are very solitary creatures. They don't want to be bothered any more than you want them to bother you. Normally, if you simply keep your calm and give them their distance, they will leave you be. The 3 main things that provoke a bear attack are trying to pet the bear, which people do because they are fluffy and cute. And you can get pretty close to a bear if the wind is carrying your scent away because their eyesight isn't that good. But of course, once they realize you're there, they'll freak out and attack you. Second reason, trying to feed the bear. Everyone's like, oh, it'll be nice, I'll give it some food. Well, it's a partly carnivorous animal. It might miss some mistaken intentions, or it might just be extra hungry because it's post-hibernation season. Or it might just get excited and not realize your finger is mixed into what you're holding. That's pretty bad. The third reason is picking up bear cubs. For obvious reasons, they do not appreciate it when you touch their babies. Bear cubs stay with their moms up to 2 whole years, so sometimes when you see a cub that appears to be out on its own and abandoned, it's really just being given a long leash so it can go and learn how to be a bear. And the mom is somewhere nearby. So again, if you just give them their space, you guys will be safe. Now, our 2 bears, along with many other captive bears, do not hibernate, as they have a steady source of food, which they don't need to hibernate. Hibernation is not based on temperature and seasons, it's based on scarcity. These guys need 10 to 13 pounds of food a day in the wild to stay healthy, and that becomes pretty hard during the winter when the plants are dying off and the prey animals are migrating away, so bears evolved to hibernate. They put themselves into a coma for a good 4 to 6 months. They are able to wake up to go to the bathroom or get some water if needed, but many of them will sleep through that entire time, living off of their fat stores that they built up over the summer and the fall. And then they wake up as if nothing even happened. Now, many facilities that are more interactive choose to cut hibernation out of their bears' lives because it shortens their lifespan. So humongous physical stress to put upon their body, especially if done year after year, and it really is the one difference between a captive bear and a wild bear's longevity. Once they're full grown, they don't have any natural predators. Bear in the wild lives to his teens on average, while a bear in captivity will live well into his 20s, with the oldest being 44 years old, simply because hibernation was cut out of the picture and they don't have that stress on their system. Aww, they don't share some wealth Now, these guys, being found all over America, are a huge part of our culture. They're the most commonly featured animal on Native American totem poles in various tribes. They become huge religious and spiritual figures, and they're also a fixture in our pop culture, because who taught you about preventing wildfires? Smokey Bear, yes. That song was written in 1944, back when wildfires were really becoming a problem. But just a few years later, the Captain Gap wildfire took place in New Mexico. It's the worst the state has ever seen. And in that fire, some Fort Bliss soldiers were going through checking to make sure everyone died out okay, when they came across a small black bear who had burned all of his paws because he was trying to climb up high to get out of danger, but he was too young for it to be effective. So they took him in, named him Hot Foot Teddy, but then when he was renamed Smokey in honor of the song, because what better living environment of wildfire prevention than a black bear who almost died in a careless famously said, "Wildfire from the campground." He lived to be 26 and he is currently interred at Smokey Bear National Park over in New Mexico. I'm so sorry, I get caught up on how cute they're being sometimes. Now, Smokey the Bear is well known here in America, but there's another black bear that is well known all around the world. So, I'm going to tell you guys this bear story, and I'm going to see if you can figure out who I'm talking about. In 1914, a British soldier came to America. He was going down the highway further up north, and he saw a man selling a black bear cub, a little girl, for $20. And he thought to himself, I bet he hurt that mom and took her out of the wild. I will give her sanctuary instead of letting her be sold to some horrible person. And so he bought